Hey, what's up all my freaks and geeks out there in YouTube land? EmGo here, and today will be another installment of EmGo's First Impression. And today's first impression will be of the Last Airbender 3 3/4 inch AANG figure. So, for those of you new to the series, basically what this is all about is me taking a figure I just got and opening it up right in front of you and experiencing it for the first time. Right here in front of you. I haven't had time to play with it and see all the pros and cons ahead of time. I'm going to be finding them out just as you are, right here, live and in person. So, here is the Last Airbender figure. And just on a side note, am I the only one that thinks it's kind of weird that M. Night Shyamalan is behind this movie? I don't know, is it just me? Because this just doesn't seem like what he does. But, I don't know. For his sake, I hope the movie is good, because the last couple movies he's done has been... So, you know, if this movie ends up bombing, you know, they'll probably never let him make another movie. But, yeah, and I just actually started watching the animated series that this movie is, which inspired this movie. You know, the animated series is, you know, as it should be, is more geared towards children, so it's a lot more lighthearted. This movie seems like it's going to be a lot darker, and it just, I mean, just from the look on this kid's face, I mean, he doesn't look like he's going to be cracking a lot of jokes in this movie. So, and of course the animated series was called Avatar: The Last Airbender, but since James Cameron made it a point to make his movie about the tall, skinny blue people, you know, they couldn't call it that. They had to kind of circumcise the title and just call it The Last Airbender. But anyway, enough about that. Now let's get down to the toy. So here you got the packaging, Last Airbender. Here you got some fire detailing on the side here. Got some little air going here. It's highly articulated. Yeah, I'll be the judge of that. Here you got AANG, who is played by, his name escapes me right now, who's playing AANG. I just had his name in my head and I completely forgot it. I'm so sorry. Anyway, what's funny is that the packaging is actually trilingual, because, you know, it says highly articulated, and it says tres articulé and muy articulado. So, everything is in 3 languages, the warning and everything. AANG. This is his avatar state. Or l'état de avatar, el estado avatar. So this is him when he's, you know, in the process of bending. And we go to the back, and you got your little cross cells here. You know, collect them all! You have regular AANG, avatar state AANG, Zuko, the Blue Spirit, and Sokka. You got a nice picture of AANG right there. And up here you got some little text here. The fighting is fierce, the adventure is grand. Relive it all! That's just exciting, and all your little disclaimers and copyrights, crap, and all that stuff, and, you know, whatever. So there is the basic packaging. Not much left really to say about this, so let's do the deed here and crack it open. Here we go! Dig our nails into this and just get it open. There we go. And there's the bubble. And here are some ties that I'm probably not going to be able to get out. Well, that sucks. There we go. Oh, little rubber band ties. I hate these. Hate them. There we go. We got to hang out. He's still tethered here by a rubber band. We have his little staff here. Also rubber band in. There we go. Hate rubber bands. Hate twist ties. They're just evil. They're evil, I tell you. So got that as it crashes to the floor. So here we have AANG. Dang. That was horrible. Anyway, First and foremost, I guess we can get to the head sculpt here, which doesn't look bad. You know, it's not exactly a mirror image of the actor, but it's pretty close. One thing I kind of noticed right off the bat, though, is it seems like his skin is almost the same color as his outfit, which doesn't seem quite right. I don't know. There you got a little piece of whatever, I guess this is belt. So let's see how highly articulated this thing. Oh, first thing. One nice little detail. I don't know if I can zoom in that much on this figure, but nah, probably not. But the actual little arrow on his head does have. There we go. A little too much light. The little arrow on his head actually does have some nice detailing. You have to get in really like macro close to really see it, but it's actually not bad. It's pretty cool. And of course, his eyes are white because his eyes go white when he's in the middle of bending the air, bending it to his will. He's got the little arrows there on his hands. So alright, let's see how highly articulated this thing is. So his head is on a kind of limited ball joint. 360, got an elbow. No bicep swivel. That's not really good for high articulation. Wrist. Waist joint. Just one knee joint. And little ankle joint. No swivel. Actually, the hip is kind of on the ball joint here. Okay. And you got a staff here, which I have seen this in the trailer where it kind of opens up and he kind of uses it to fly off as he's bending the air. I'm just going to keep saying that. He's bending! Alright, so I guess you can kind of hold this and look like, yeah, people, beware, because I'm about to bend! I mean, it's not as highly articulated as, you know, you'd like it to be, but it's okay. I mean, I've said it before. I mean, for a 3 3/4 inch figure, you know, I guess it pretty much does what it needs to. I don't know how else it's going to stand, really, but nah. Probably the staff gives a little extra weight than it needs. I mean, I guess you could try to put him in some kind of dynamic pose, but I don't know how good it's really going to work. I'm trying here. His knee joints are actually kind of loose, too. That's kind of, I don't know. Again, the staff probably doesn't help too much. Let me see if I can just stand him up without the staff. Nah, doesn't really stand. Can I just stand him straight? Will he do that for me? It might just be my table, or it might be the figure. I don't know, but just stand. There we go. Dang! Dang! Can't even stand! Anyway. It's an okay figure. It's not the best. The paint detail on it could be a little bit better on his little outfit here. I'm not crazy about it, because it pretty much just blends in with his skin. But it's okay. For a 3 3/4 inch, I guess, you know, it does pretty much what you need it to do. I don't know if they're going to put out like a 6-inch line or anything. I don't know if this is pretty much it for the line. But it's an alright figure. You know, if you're anticipating this movie, if you're planning on going to see it, if you're an Airbender fan, you know, before the movie came out, you'll probably want to pick these up. They're not bad little collectibles. They're probably better to leave in the package and actually take out. Hey, I got them to stand. Alright. Nah, damn it. I got all happy. Got my hopes up. But it's just, for me, it's just an okay figure. It's not horrible. It's not the worst I've seen, but it's not the best either. So basically, it's just to kind of get them if you really want it. if you're a fan of the series and you're really anticipating this movie. Otherwise, I might pass on it. So I can't even get to stand. Anyway, there is the last Airbender 3 3/4 inch AANG, and this is EmGo's first impression.